Hello. Today is February 19th on a Friday. I'll be going over my recap for today on traded 6 stocks today with a total of 465 profit. So I'll be going over each one. As you know, I just trade the two setups on the right. There may be variation of them, but the long setup is my go-to setup, and then I have also a short setup which is the inverted cup and handle on the side there. So let's get to it. So the first trade I'll go over will be CTXR. So there was a couple in and out here. Let's see. Clean this up a little bit. So I'll go over my first trade here. So my first trade, there was this in this morning here. You can see a little cup and handle. It was holding VWAP. It was a little bit extended on this break, but I bought it anyways since the risk was pretty tight. It was like 190 to 198 risk, 8 cents risk. But what I wanted to see was a test here. So it tested the 5-minute EMA, a little tap here on the flag line, and then a lower high forming around here. And then when you buy this right here, I think it would have been a more powerful move. Since it was extended, not enough volume followed through, so you got declining volume, and I pretty much just sold break even. So I bought roughly 1,600 shares at 2, and I pretty much sold at 2 and 197. So it was a small loss, like $14 loss in the morning there. And then let's see, so my next trade on CTXR was this flag break here. So you can see it was trying to consolidate over EWAP, trying to get back over, and then it broke. I bought this flag break, and it was a quick scalp because it was lunchtime. 9 a.m. was roughly 12 p.m. for East Coast, so it's lunchtime, so I wasn't really confident in where it's gonna go, so I just kind of take profit fairly quickly there. It ended up not going too far. We tested VWAP and consolidated for really long. So this stock was pretty a tough and stubborn stock. And then I saw another entry right over here. So I actually saw this flag. It actually popped up. You can see an increase in volume. But what happened was I saw it as a fail flag, and then I was going to short this. So I shorted early, but it didn't break this level on the 15-minute EMA. It was also extended on the hourly here. You can see there's a few ways back to the hourly chart. So I end up shorting it and then taking it off break even, and I think I flip long here, and I sold, and then I stopped out somewhere here, or I might have just sold. Oh, I shorted here and then I stopped out, cover here, and then when that flag fell, yeah, so this pretty much had a lot of fail flags. So when this flag fell, I was waiting for a cup and handle to form, but it didn't really give me that, so I went ahead and short the 9 EMA break because this had a higher volume, and then it just broke the flag, but it failed. So I went ahead and short this at 196, and then I cover, reshort the pop here cover a little bit and then stopped out. So this was a total of a $188 win on that trade. And then in the after hours, it's actually going up now, but you can see I took 2,000 shares here for this break at the 208, 2,000 shares, and I just kind of stopped at 2,000 shares, same price, so it's a break even. And because this is a slow mover, it may trend a little bit for this breakout, but I'm out break even there. So that was a total of 188 for the win there. VCNX. So I had a lot of questions this morning on whether the stock would go up or not, and my prediction was like it was going to fade all the way back down to fives, and it did so because it was pretty weak and extended on the hourly. The hourly was way down here, so most stocks will tend to trend back down to the hourly in the afternoons. So this here had a chance to break below this, and then it would go a higher low here, and then break the 770 level, and then kind of confirm support and bounce off that, and then flag. I would be interested in buying that flag right there, or this flag here, risking 770, right? So that would be a play to go back to highs, but it just faded throughout the day. But I traded the after hours here. It was just a quick little scalp. I saw a little flag forming, higher low, and then my risk level was pretty much just prior low. So it wasn't too far. I think it was like a 3 cents risk. Took the profit here when I didn't see it moving immediately, and that was just for a quick $120 win. Next trade is JFU. So JFU, this stock also had potential to break a little cup and handle. Had it kind of held this level. So if it break and then held this level, higher low, then you would have buy this flag break, risking this prior low. But what eventually happened was it created a baseline here around the 311 level. You can see that, and then creating this cup handle, and then when you look kind of deeper, you can see another cup and handle forming here. So this is where my entry was, 314 break. So that 314 break was the anticipation of the bigger handle cup break. So it's like a inverted cup and handle inception there. So I went ahead and took that break and then cover 298, 291s, and then 295 onto the rest. So it was a great trade. Then I mentioned that it will probably consolidate for an hour or so before it breaks the next trend. And I had this trend line. You can see this trend line forming. And then there's cup and handle here for that break. And then it went lower. Retested that hourly. But this was a quick short trade. It was for a $99 win on JFU. Next trade, SOS. SOS was also a quick scalp after hours. Nothing big here. So saw a little flag here forming right here. You can see it tested a few spots here. Tested 30 minutes, and it was holding this 15-minute trend. So I saw an opportunity to buy this here, 1157s, around here. Then I just sold most of the. I could have sold a little bit more. I only sold half my position there. I had 1,700 shares, and I pretty much stopped at break even on the rest. But it was a quick little, I think, $40 win, $48 wins. Next trade, EOLS. So EOLS was a short. So I was kind of disappointed in myself. I was up nicely here, and I kind of gave away all my profits and ended with a small win on the EOLS. So what I saw here was it was a little extended on the hourly chart. You can see the hourly chart's way far away. So my bias was more short bias. But what happened was, I think there was a failed breakout here. So if I bring this down to here or here, anywhere works, but there is a flag here, so there's a potential people that will buy here, but because the context of this was a little too far from the hourly chart, hourly 9 MA, I wasn't bullish on it. So this broke, went up a little bit, and then kind of dropped back down below this. So this was a very bearish move in terms of the setup. So what I did was just taking, using this as a cup and then this little handle. So I went ahead and short that with my risk off the prior high. And then I took profits along here at 12, in the low 12s here. And then I end up making a silly move. I thought there was a cup and handle here for me, and then I sized in a little bit here for the $12 break lower, but it ended up squeezing me out here, so I ended up giving away my profits there. Yeah, because there was a big bidder that was sitting there, so that was just a $33 win on that. Watt, WATT. So WATT was trailing on this 5-minute chart, so I felt like it was extended. I saw this break here, right? This was a fail flag, or actually there was this break here. So this wick here, I thought this was a flag, fail flag. So I went ahead and tried to go in with this cup and handle for me here. So I went ahead and short that, thinking it would break the inverted cup and handle, but it ended up holding, so it didn't really hit the trigger there. And then it ended up kind of squeezing a little bit here. So I stopped out there for like a 20 something dollar loss. But yeah, so yeah, $23 loss there. So the lesson is, like, you know, wait for that trigger. If you go too early, you might get squeezed or stop out. And if it does squeeze, you want to stop out, you know, immediately. So you need to be aware of both sides of the trade, because if you don't stop out here, you eventually stop out up here, and then this will form a higher low. It'll create a flag, it'll break and go higher. So you want to get stuck in a short squeeze. So overall, up a total of 465 on the day, and 6 stocks on Friday evening. So hope everyone had a good trading session, and stay away from boredom trading or suboptimal setups. So yeah, so hope everyone have a good weekend. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you like my content, don't forget to subscribe and like. Thank you. See you next week. Bye.